Welcome, Capricorn. I'm Veronica. This is Veronica's Streams. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Let's see what we got going on. And Venus. Week of May 3rd, I'm going to pull a major arcana looking at the overall energy for the week. We are going to then pull some tarot. How the week flows, challenge, unexpected, most important thing for you to know. Let's see what we got. Okay, you got Empress. So there might be some interesting energy here with the Empress, like really taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. It could be too about taking care of your family. I don't think it's about taking like someone taking care of you. It's either you taking care of yourself or you taking care of family, nurturing a project, a thing. Make sure that you nurture yourself. So let's see what the tarot cards say. These are just newly printed. This is my deck alignment, and I had someone print me a prototype. Before I send it to the actual printer, I want to make sure that they're where I like them. And so you can really tell that by using them in a reading. You may think, oh, it's so pretty or so nice, and then you read and you're like, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, let's get started. Let's pull 3 cards for how the week flows. Let's go. Oops. That's the Lovers. That's 9 of Clarity. 6 of Cups. Okay, so a little bit tough midweek. A little bit of stress, challenge. Okay, there's that Empress coming up again. Unexpected. King of Wands. That could be a fire sign. That could be you coming in. I know you're not a fire sign, but it could be you being in that kind of most important thing for you to know. Wheel. Okay. Oh, the 10 is at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's take a gander. Yeah, so the Empress being your overall energy and being your challenge. I think it's a real reminder that you might need to take care of yourself. As we read, I think it is taking care of yourself, but it's going to be really important for you this week. The wheel, that most important thing for you to know is that things are headed in the right direction. That's really important. So to know that, that's the way I look at the wheel when it comes up in a position like that. It's about forward movement. It's about time moving forward, going forward. It's usually a positive movement, but whatever it is forward movement. You have the Lovers with the 9 of Clarity, which is 9 of Swords, 6 of Cups. So there is something with either a partnership or this could be a choice. We'll clarify it, but it feels like a partnership, could be a relationship. But there's that 9 of Clarity sitting there, and it's saying you're going to be stressed as all get out. Okay, so there might be a feeling where you're really stressed moving forward. The 6 of Cups here at the end of the week is kind of being maybe in a memory position. So there might be something here where you had a recent breakup, if it was love, but it could be, if it wasn't breakup, it could be even separation from a partner or something like that. But let's take a look at what this Lovers is first. Is this a choice? Is this could be different for everybody. Page of Clarity with Knight of Cups. Yeah, it's somebody. You may have had like a recent offer. There might have been someone here that was kind of scoping you out on social media or at work or somewhere. They've been watching you. Page of Swords, Page of Clarity. But the Knight of Cups is that energy of a offer. So there may have been someone coming in with a romantic offer. Doesn't have to be romantic. The Knight of Cups usually is, but it's more importantly an offer. And what that offer is telling us is that it means a lot to you. So what do? Well, for some reason, it's stressing you out. So, why are you in a state of anxiety or anxiousness? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, 10 of Cups. Oh, that's really weird. Okay. Bless your hearts. For some of you, your anxiousness is because you're already in a relationship and you maybe get an offer from somebody else and you kind of want to take it. So I'll just leave it right there. You know what? Do you? Honestly, do you? But that's what I feel like with the Ten of Cups and the Magician. And you're wondering how you can make it happen. Now, for some of you, this situation that's coming in may be an offer, and you just literally are stressed out about how am I going to make this happen? How is this going to be a fulfilling relationship? So you're kind of stressed about this. How are you going to take it to the next level? Keep in mind, for some of you, it is the other thing. It absolutely is. The Six of Cups is coming in at the end, so they're towards the end of the week. You might be like thinking about the past a little bit here. The thing with the Six of Cups here, there's like this being in the past and staying there, or just thinking about it and learning from it. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's take a look at the Six of Cups. Tower and Nine of Cups. Yeah, the Six of Cups is like there's something happening here where you get anxious, and then the Tower to the Nine of Cups is like something like completely changes. And I think this is what the mood you're in. Like you're looking at the past and you're looking at a change that was made, and when it was made, it ended up being a good thing because it's the Nine of Cups. So I feel like you're comparing this situation to a situation from the past that ended up kind of in a weird situation, Tower, but ended up in a good situation, Nine of Cups. So I think you're going through this in your head at the end of the week. You're comparing this situation to a situation from the past, basically. That's what I think. I've never read that way, but sometimes. So let's take a look at your unexpected with the King of Wands. What is this King of Wands? There's that Knight of Cups again, and reflection, which is Hangman. So that is, to me, yeah, this is somebody. So this would be a fire sign. They come in unexpectedly. It is another offer or that same offer, but what you don't realize is that the the part that's unexpected, well, could be the offer, but also you decide that you need to think about it. So you kind of go, okay, I need to think about this differently. I need to either do some self-reflecting or think about it differently. I think you surprise yourself because you hesitate to move forward with this. That's the overall feeling I'm getting. Some of you will absolutely hesitate about going forward, which I think is okay because it feels a little like tricky to me too with the Lovers to the Nine of Swords. Your challenge is the Empress. This is one of the most prettiest cards I think I have. I'm trying to make it so it doesn't reflect. Um, this is really about self-nurturing, nurturing the stuff around you as well. But the challenge is how are you going to, well, and it could even be, how are you going to nurture the things around you? It's an important energy for you this week. So whether it's you're feeding yourself or your family, and I don't mean feeding like feeding, I mean giving, growing, nurturing, taking care of, giving to, if you have this other thing, I feel like you don't feel like you could do both. You don't feel like you can pay attention to this relationship or offer or partnership and still take care of things. And I think Sun with the death, yeah, like, okay, if I make these changes, how am I going to take care of them so that I am like bringing in joy and all of this? Yeah, there's a really bit of worry that you're not going to be able to get what you really want out of this. Because you don't know how it's going to feed into you as well. But there is changes that you have to make to reach joy here in the situation, but you're struggling with that. it's almost like, I'm going to say it. It's almost like you're being selfish. And I'm not saying selfish in a bad way. It's the word that I'm going to use because it feels like, how am I going to take care of me if I have someone else to take care of? And I don't mean take care of like someone's sick or anything, but like having a partner. So there's something here. Let's look at this wheel. I feel like most important thing for you to know is that every day is a new day. Time moves on. You're headed in the right direction. And I think you need to meet on that challenge with the Empress and just take care of yourself. Doesn't mean you can't take care of others or you can't have an extra thing. So you just have to figure out the balance of that. And I think the wheel is saying you're headed in the right direction. Things are going correctly. Anything else with this wheel? Five of Wands, Four of Swords. So even though you're feeling conflicted and things don't feel right and there feels like a little bit of a push pull here, things will work out. Four of Clarity, the rest, you'll heal. Everything is going to be exactly as it needs to be. And that's what the wheel says. And I believe it. I'm going to believe it. So let's pull our advice for the week. This is going to be a tough week for you, but I think that anxiousness is fleeting. It's not going to stay forever. So let's see. What's the advice for our Capricorns here? What's our advice for our Capricorns? Oh, the Fool. You need to, basically, it's trust. The Fool is all about trust. It's like you take that leap of faith, you trust that this is going to work, you trust, and you just do it. And the most important thing with the Fool, to me, when I read the Fool or I have advice from the Fool, it's not necessarily this jumping into this new situation. It's not the destiny. The Fool's about the journey, because if you trust and you jump in and do it, it it's asking you to enjoy the journey as well. But be curious. Where's this taking me? How's it going to get me there? And just enjoy it and enjoy the changes that come along with it. And I think that will help you deal with this challenge of the Empress too. Because if you are willing to do that, I think it'll go much better. So anyway, there you have your reading. I hope you liked it. It's a little bit tough, but I think it's a good thing if you can kind of get away from that. And I think that's really important. You really need to look at that energy this week. So if you want more information on this, or you have any other questions or personal reading, veronicasdreams.net are my personal reading options, and they're 50% off. So then hit that like button, leave me a comment, and I appreciate it. Take care. Have a beautiful week. Hope everything goes good.